What's going on, y'all? Sean and Maswat Tutoring here, and in this video, I want to talk about two mind tricks that you can use to become good in math and to even have fun while you're doing it. Now, this video is for, the mom who is concerned about if your child can become good at math. Maybe your child's been struggling with math for a while, and you're concerned about whether your child can become good at math. This is for you, or it could be for the child, the student. You're directly concerned about whether or not you can become good at math. And I'm telling you, you can if you pay attention to these two, as I say, mind tricks. Okay. All right. So let's get right into them. Oh, make sure you like and subscribe. Okay. Don't forget that. All right. Tip number one. Now, really hear me when I say this. If you can find a way with math to approach it from a standpoint of curiosity, in other words, becoming curious, then that can actually help you to become good at math. And I explain here. So think about something a subject matter that you actually enjoy. Maybe you like, I'm just throwing out examples here. Maybe you like anime. Maybe you like fitness. Maybe you like, you know, a certain kind of music or something like that. The thing is, whenever you are curious about something, it doesn't really take much for you to actually explore. Maybe you like geology, or something. Now, if you can, you want to try to make yourself approach math from a standpoint of curiosity, where it's like, you know what? How does XYZ work? How does it work? Okay. And this will help you to actually really dig into the subject. So, like, even for example, even thinking about topics that are more specifically related to math, if you approach math from a standpoint, like a lot of people want to learn about money, everybody wants more money. And so, math is very much involved in money. So if you approach math from a standpoint of how can I use this to help me to, create money for myself or for my family or whatever it is, then it could make you more curious. If you think about it, especially when you get into like percentages, algebra, you know, even statistics to some degree, these are math intensive subjects that will actually um, help you in a real tangible way. So if you can really just use your imagination and find a way to approach math from a standpoint of curiosity, this is going to take away a lot of the work in becoming good in math, or at least the perceived work, because a lot of times the complaint from students is, man, why I even do this stuff anyway? What is the purpose of school? And so if you can kind of approach it from a standpoint that you are in a curious state rather than a state of feeling just obligated and it's so boring and I don't see the point, then that will help tremendously. So I strongly encourage you, find some sort of way to be curious. Like I say, money could be a way of doing that, because if you're good at math, then certain things about money can become more understandable for you as well. All right. So that's mind trick number one. Number two is make it a challenge. Okay. Make it a challenge. Specifically, well, just whatever way you can find out. But the first way that comes to my mind is make it a personal challenge to get a good grade. Now, sometimes it may be helpful to have a challenge from like a parent. Hey, if you do XYZ, then I get you those new Jordans, or we'll take you out to eat with your favorite restaurant, get you an outfit. Um, if you do, it could also be, and I think this is probably even more powerful, if it is a challenge created by the student. Maybe you challenge yourself to get a certain grade so that you can purchase something for yourself, or you challenge yourself to get a certain grade to get into the school of your choice, college, I mean, you know, or you create a challenge with a buddy. Okay. These things actually help. I remember even back when I was a little kid, I think about the reading challenges that we would have, the accelerated reader challenges, and the was it the Book It program back then when you could get like a personal pan pizza. That was a very, very strong incentive. I like to read anyway, so it was easy for me to read, but being able to get a personal pan pizza was like a great incentive. And I used to get a lot of those because I already like to read, but it helped me to want to read even more. So we could go to Pizza Hut and I could get that little pizza. Whatever it is, create a challenge around it. Make a game out of it because that actually tends to help a lot of people. Um, Again, some people don't necessarily like incentives, but my whole thing is, and I don't necessarily use incentives all the time, but at the same time, just it's a tool. You you have to understand that you have certain things that kind of drive you, and the truth is, like having some sort of reward often is going to be a drive. It just is what it is. So like use that to your advantage. So these are the two mind tricks that I recommend to get good in math and also to have fun while you're doing it. Okay. Let me know what you think about this in the comments and have a good one. Hey, thank you for watching this video. If you need math tutoring or you need SAT math help, look in the description to find out how you can sign up today. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you stay in touch with Math Swap Tutoring on YouTube. Have a good one.